are you Jerry?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Melody. I'm the speech therapist, and I'm here to assess your swallow. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is have you try different food types. We're going to have some liquids all the way up to solids, and what I'm doing is I'm going to test to make sure your swallow is working correctly. So each time you swallow, I am going to place my hand on your neck to feel your swallow mechanism. And I'm also going to have you say, ah, after each time to make sure that none of that fluid or food made it into your airway. Okay, so let's just begin. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you, and then I'm going to have you give it to yourself as well, okay? So first I'm just going to start with some water here. Okay, I'm going to place my hand on your neck now. Okay. And you swallow whenever you're ready, okay? And now we're just going to do a cup of water, okay? I'm going to give you some and have you swallow, and then I'm also going to have you do it. Okay, now let's do the ah. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure that none of that water I just gave you made it into your airway, okay? So I'm going to do that each time. Okay, so I'm going to present this water to you first. I am going to put my hand to check as we go, okay? So I'm going to go right here, and you swallow whenever you're ready. Good, okay, now I'm going to have you take a swig as well. First I want to hear, ah. Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to get my hand on there. Okay, you swallow whenever you're ready. Okay, and now I want to hear, ah. Okay, very good. Okay, and now we're going to move on to some foods. We're going to start with applesauce, all right? I'm going to present it to you, and I'll let you give it to yourself. I am going to put my hand on there first. Okay. You swallow whenever you're ready. Okay, good. Let me hear the ah, ah. Okay, and now I'm going to start checking to make sure none of that food made it into the side of your cheeks as well. So I'm going to have you open your mouth. Okay. Good. So I'm going to be doing that as well now that we have the food. Okay, I'm going to have you do the same thing, but for yourself. Thanks. Okay, before you swallow, I'm going to place my hand on your neck, so whenever you're ready. Okay, and now I want to hear ah. And I'll also check to make sure there's no food down inside your cheeks. Okay? All right. Do you have any questions as we're going about this? Okay, we're just checking the different consistencies. It can change your swallow and the way it can go into your airway, okay? We're just making sure you're safe while you're eating. Okay, now we have some peaches here for you. We're gonna do the same thing. I'll give you some, and then you'll give some to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna get my hand ready first. Okay, ready? It might take multiple swallows. Just swallow all your food, and whenever you're ready, we'll look inside your mouth, okay? Are you ready? Okay, I want to hear the ah, ah. Okay, I'm also going to look inside your cheek. Oh, sorry. That's okay. Okay. All right. Just make sure that none of that was left inside your cheek, because we want to make sure when you swallow, all of it's being taken care of, okay? I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to have you give yourself some of the peaches as well. Okay. Make sure that when you're giving this to yourself, the same process goes. You tell me when you're ready to swallow, and then I'll place my hand on your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready, let me know, and I'll look inside your mouth. Okay, ready? Okay, I want to hear the ah. Also make sure none of that. Good. Okay. I also was going to have you take a drink of water using a straw. Okay. It's different than when you just take a sip with water, with this cup itself. With the straw, is checking like the strength of your mouth, okay? And first I'm just going to have you take a sip, and I'll check your swallow. After that, I'm going to have you take multiple swallows from the straw, okay? So I'm going to put my hand down there. Just take one sip. Okay, let me hear the ah. Okay, and I'm going to have you take multiple swallows from this one, okay? Very good. Okay, and when we hear the ah.
Ah.
Okay. So making sure that when you do multiple swallows, all of that's going down as well. Okay, lastly, we have some solid food here in wafers. Now on this one, instead of just eating it and swallowing it, I also want to check to make sure right before you swallow that the food is in a nice consistency to swallow. So right when you're ready to swallow, I'm going to look at that food on top of your tongue, okay? So you can just take one bite, and right before you're ready to swallow, just let me know.
Okay.
Right when you're ready, okay? I just want to look inside and see that. Okay. All right, go ahead and swallow. What I'm looking for is to just make sure that all the food is together. I'm going to have you take
Another bite?
I'm going to have you take another bite, and then I'm going to fill the swallow on this one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let me know when you're ready to swallow. Now, feel on there. Okay, very good. Let me hear the ah. And I am going to check inside your mouth, okay? Now, it's normal to have some food left over after you swallow, but what I'm looking for is to make sure that you have the strength to get most of it down with the swallow. If there is a bunch being shoved down into the pockets of your cheek, that's a concern. It looks like you have most of it going down with your swallow, so I'm not concerned with that right now. Okay, did you have any other questions following this evaluation? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.